All right, folks, pardon my absence. Had to just go grab a water. It looks like Danny Pavao taking rack number 1 here over Geoff James. And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Geoff James is a New Hampshire player. Name sounds very familiar to me. I'm sure someone out there knows this man's story. But I do believe he's a New Hampshire player. I want to say he was part of the APA Masters runner-ups a couple of years back, along with Kerry McAuliffe and a couple other strong shooters. Somebody out there, keep me honest here. Ironically, Kerry is next door. Looks like that match is at 4-2. Kerry McAuliffe and Ryan Lima. Looking for a little masse here. Utilizing his knowledge of that fresh cloth, being able to swerve that cue ball. It does look like he is stuck behind this 9 ball. Doesn't have a clear shot. Just going to go with a simple 1-rail kick. Let's see how he does with this one. I guarantee contact, but the angle is a little tricky, and he's going to leave. Danny Pavao, shot in the side pocket. Danny Pavao coming off of a tough loss his last match, playing the Eagle Dave Hall from up in Maine, and he lost that one double hill. Danny Pavao out of the Fall River area. Fall River, Massachusetts. And he's one of those players that he'll just come out and crack somebody. And they'll be like, how'd you beat that guy? And he'll be like, I don't know, just beat him. I like to poke fun at him sometimes. We had Mr. Alex Pagulayan in the room and doing some challenges and whatnot, and Danny drilled him on this table in front of everybody. Misjudged the rail there. Now Danny Pavao, ball in hand. He's got a little bit of work to do with that 8-9 being a little funny. Needs the cue ball to slow down here. Looks like he's got just enough. It's a stun off that top rail. 1-2. Goes with the forward inside. He's got another power shot coming up right now. He's got the draw stroke. He might go forward, but I think he'll draw this. No, he went forward. Doesn't really get where he wanted to. It's a good chance he plays safe here. I know Danny'd prefer to shoot, so he might go for it. No, he's going defense. He's got to get behind that 8 ball. Great shot there, Danny Pavao. That thing is right on there. Right on top of that thing. Want to talk about an uncomfortable shot? Look at that. Great hit there. Not going to do him too much good, though. Danny's got the wide open 7 ball here. I expect him to draw out towards center table. Doesn't really need to go all the way out to center table, but I expect him to just draw this one out. Just enough. He may putt this and roll forward just a hair, or he'll play a stop shot. He drew it back. Danny's feeling good right now. You know, those are moves that you only really do when you're feeling it. Feeling the vibes. Pool vibes. Danny Pavao taking rack number 2. Leads this one 2-0. Again, folks, mark your calendars for Forest City Billiards. November 30th and December 1st. Come join me up at the beautiful Forest City Billiards, Portland, Maine. 3,000 added event. And you want to see some hefty payouts? Check those numbers. Look at that. Look at that pile of cash. I expect that with the auction, I think someone's going to win right around $10K to take that one down. That event will fill up. Again, you can contact me or Greg Lamb via Facebook, or if you got my personal info, you can hit me on a text. Definitely going to see a lot of talent in the room for that one, and you do not want to miss it. Beautiful, beautiful room. Tyson Trepagna did a great job setting up the room. And again, he's definitely a man of the people, if you get what I mean by that. He's not really staring at numbers. He wants to make sure that everybody's enjoying their experience at his pool room. And I've heard nothing but great things and great feedback. So again, make sure you guys come and support that. Matt Egan, what's up, my man? It's been a while. He says, bracket anywhere. I posted the originals. It was actually originally posted by Dave McConnell, but I did share it on my personal Facebook. You can go over to Mike DeMarco on Facebook and see that stuff. It's just the opening draw. It's not an electronic bracket, so you can't follow along. I try to go out there and take some photos and repost so you guys can see the updates, but, you know, coming back and forth into the room here in the stew, it's tough for me to get out there and do all that stuff sometimes, so bear with me. Jeff James, a little funny here, a little tight on the rail. I think he should just really just accept the distance here, take your medicine, just roll the ball in and stay above that 8 ball. If he tries to jack up and stun it closer, he doesn't really need to do that. Just put the ball in, Jeff. Just put it in. He's not perfectly straight. But, you know, he's going to have an angle. He's not going to, like, follow it in or anything. He's just going to go over to the rail. I think that's safe enough. Like, he looks like he wants to force it out from the rail, but you don't really need to do that. Yeah, you can tell he's not really feeling it right now. And like we said earlier, it's really tough to just get your bearings right away. And if the other player already has their bearings, you're at a deficit, and that guy's probably going to dominate the match. We saw that in our last match up there. And look at Danny Pavao doing the same as Ron Cosanzio did to Jamie Forcier in the last match here. Danny Pavao looking for the 9 on the side, and you can tell he's just feeling it. Danny Pavao now 3-0 over Geoff James. Been talking about this too over at Rax in Vernon, Connecticut. 500 Talcottville Road to be exact. Make sure you tune into the Liscotti Cup. I will be there broadcasting that as well via Ship the Cash. You're going to see a 5-on-5 team matchup. Tons of strong players there. And I don't have the list in front of me, but just from memory, you've got Alex Bausch, you've got Rob Sayers, Lucas Fracasso-Werner, Steve Mack are, of course, the 2 captains. You got Josh Thiel, you got Ryan Lynham, you got Kevin Guimon, and really can't remember the remaining players there, but I will get that information for you. Pete Brown, if you're listening, or anybody from Rax, if you guys have that list, can you shoot me a message just so I have that in front of me? Jared Demalia, my man, I'm sad you couldn't go today, too. I wish you were able to attend. I think you were top 3, like 2 out of the last 3 you played, so we're missing you, bud. Hope you're doing well. Don Trotter, how you doing, brother? Thank you. Appreciate it. Crystal, how you doing? Thanks for popping in. Good evening to you as well. Dennis Grobe, thank you very much for your donation. I appreciate that. Folks, I don't have all of the graphics that I normally would for these prizes, but I'll put a list together and then I'll put that up for you. But I'm going to give away some cool stuff, and we'll do that Tuesday night, this coming Tuesday night. That'll be Tuesday the 12th. Tuesday the 12th. Bob Lewis, thank you very much for your generous donation. I really appreciate that. Bob Lewis, thank you very much. I appreciate you. More than you understand, my man. I don't like to get into the particulars of the back end of a lot of these things, but I really appreciate you, brother. And again, if you are donating, the more you donate, the more draws you'll get. And you'll have an opportunity to win a bunch of cool stuff. And one of the things I can confirm that we'll be giving is I got this awesome Aramith Pro Cup Meso ball, and it's from the Ocean State 2023, last year's Ocean State. And it's autographed by the champion and the runner-up. And that's Moritz Neuhausen and Alex Bausch. Really cool piece there. It's cool to have the double signature. And it is labeled Ocean State 2023. Really cool piece to have there. But there's a lot of other cool stuff. Crystal, I'm doing well. Glad to hear. Jeff James looking to put up his first point. You tell he doesn't really have his bearings just yet. He's got that little bit of a annoyance stance, I'll call it. He's just going all the way up here. Come back and forth with the cue ball. Just trusting his stroke there. Little tickle on the 9 ball. Teddy Hollis, sorry to hear about your unfortunate event there, but I'm glad to see that you're doing better. Wishing you a speedy recovery and a swift return to the pool room. All right, Pavao going to snatch this one also 4-0 right now. This is looking very one-sided, and I can feel for Jeff James right now. I can feel for him. It's really, really tough sometimes to, come back from that feeling of I'm not sure exactly what this table's going to do. The buttons are a little different. It's almost like you got a video game that you're used to playing and somebody changed all of the controls on you. Want to also continue to shout out Ultimate Pool New England. 30-minute match clock, 30-second shot clock. You want to play some fast-paced pool? It's a really fun format. Essentially bar table 8 ball with some twists. But it is now in the Northeast. And Mike Fahey and George Carterakis behind that effort. You can reach out to them directly or you can reach out to me. I will give you some insight there on how to get it into your area. Don Trotter, thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right, so we were talking about Lascotti Cup, and that's coming up the 14th and 15th of December. It's a Saturday-Sunday event over at Rax in Vernon, Connecticut. And team captain Steve Mack is the challenging captain. His team consists of Alex Bosch, Kevin Guimon, Ryan Lynham, Josh Thiel, and Lance Lascotti. And the champion captain, Lucas Fracasso-Werner, his team consists of Rob Saez, Rob Pierce, Phil Davis, Kerry McAuliffe, and Ryan Cullen. So, I mean, you want to see some awesome high-level action, that's right up your alley right there. That's free to watch. Again, that's the 14th and 15th of December at Rax in Vernon, Connecticut. Make sure you guys mark that date. There's a chance we might see some pretty cool action on that Friday night right before the event. And I'll tell you, I mean, they set up the room really nice at Rax for the Lascotti Cup. There's tons of spectator seating. They move all the tables around and really just make it special. There's an arena-style vibe. And, you know, you can really just enjoy pool. Danny playing that one in a two-way manner. He's going to have it leak out. So Geoff James can see this two ball. Don't know if he feels confident about holding the cue ball under the three or if he's going to go off the bottom and top rail back down for position on the three. He goes to try to hold it. Does well there. I think he wanted to get a bit closer to the three, but he's going to have to settle for it how it is. Nice stroke there. Cue ball's going to rest close to that five. And you can feel the frustration from Geoff James. Fires it in. Nice line here. He can go under it or drag it above the six. That's his call. You see, he needed to kind of stay tentative just for a little bit longer, in my opinion. You know, he was starting to kind of get a feel for the table, and he kind of got down hasty and fired at the five ball. Didn't really get his stance situated first. And that's probably going to cost him this game at least, perhaps the match as well. Meanwhile, Pavao just taking care of business. Funny on the 7, he's just going to back cut it to the side. Not sure Danny's style. I think he's just going to play the one rail position. Little bottom right, twist it back up. Now, Danny just did the same thing that Geoff James did. Little too hasty on the get down. Didn't really get situated and balance himself. Teddy Hollis showing you how it's done. Root on your favorite players, friends, comrades, whatever. Just root on the players. Again, they really appreciate that. Anyone that comes to this feature table and they get themselves recorded on these live broadcasts, you really, really hit them in the heart when they hear you rooting for them. It means a lot. All right, Geoff James looking to put up his first point here. Can he get it done? And he doesn't. And I gotta say, I'm really feeling his frustration right now. All of us have been there, and if you say you haven't, you're lying. Sometimes the game just really is biting you and just not really allowing you to showcase your talent. Danny looking for the one rail bank. No, he cuts it right in. Wow, Danny Pavao is feeling it right now. Go Danny, 5-0 right now. How about that 9-ball slice, folks? You could hear the wind. Fired it right in. You're going to get sick of hearing me talk about it. Forest City Billiards, Union Station Plaza in Portland, Maine. Not that far from Providence. I'll say about 2.5 hours. Make sure you guys go check out that event right there. It's going to be monster payouts. It's November 30th and December 1st. And thousands added, 3,000 added. And the full field's going to give a $5,500 first place prize. With the auction there, I'm thinking it's going to be somewhere around $10K to win that one. And I'm saying that event's filling up. That's going to be a full field. Plenty of tables. Matches will move. 21 plus tables in there. There's also a diamond available for some action. Make sure you guys mark your calendars. It's not that far from our area right here. I know a lot of the Canadians. I've been talking to some of the Canadian players, and they have it on their radar as well. But that room has a lot of history. And Tyson Trepanier, the new owner there, renaming as Forest City Billiards. He's really just done a great job setting up that room, and that event is going to be a good one. Danny Pavao coming with a great 2-rail kick there. Geoff James still able to get up and try to make something happen here. But you can just see it. He's not really got his bearings yet. And he needs to do it quick because Danny Pavao is at 5-0 right now. 5-0 racing to 7. Gotta get it moving. Gotta get moving here. And Danny's firing like that. I mean, got to stay on it. A lot of credit for Danny Pavao. A little misjudgment there. It looks like that's going to be ball in hand to Geoff James. And again, that's all about the new cloth. You know, it's tough to really judge certain shots. There's minimal friction on the bed of the table. And I want to say we are now at day 11. For this new cloth. About 11 days old. Maybe 12. So still minimal friction on the bed of the table. The rails, same thing. Geoff James missing ball in hand there. Teddy, I would love to come play some pool, brother. I would love to come play some pool with you. Danny Pavao fires the kick. He's going to have to take a breather. Take a deep breath, Danny. 6-ball is blocking the open shot here. A little masse here. Doesn't get around it. Needed to elevate a bit more to make that happen. Let's see what Geoff James can put together. Ryan McCrum, my man. I was hoping I was going to see you this weekend, but I'm sure you got some stuff going on. Tell Renee I said, hey. Hey, Renee. Caitlin, how you doing? She says, let's go, Danny Pavao. All right, he can either draw this just a hair or follow forward. He elects to go under it. I agree with that decision. Got to hold it together here, Geoff James. Stay just a bit tentative, just so you stay on it. Don't get lazy or lackadaisical. Just stay on it and finish out the run. Even right there, I feel like he went a little too fast for my liking. But it looks like he's got an open 9-ball here. Can he finish the run? All right, Geoff James is on the board. We have any Geoff James fans? Where's the Geoff James fans? Again, I'm just going to keep telling you guys, November 30th and December 1st. First annual State of Maine Open 9-ball. Hefty payouts. Look at those numbers, folks. You don't want to be a part of that? What's wrong with you? Again, shoot me a message, or you can contact Greg Lamb, L-A-M-B, Greg Lamb. He is your tournament director. I will be on site up in Portland for that one. I'm excited to get up there again. I was just saying, I was up there for a Joss event a little under a month ago, a couple of weeks ago. And Tyson, he did a great job. Quality lighting, quality cloth, quality balls. All the tables play really well. And I feel like it's going to be almost like a sweet spot. You know, the cloth was relatively new about a month ago. I think it was brand new about a month ago. So we're going to be just about 2 months in on that cloth. I feel like that's like a really nice zone as far as like how the cloth is going to play. It's going to be a little bit tighter. It's not going to be super slick, but it's going to look really clean. And I bet you it's going to play really nice. Look at that spin from Danny Pavao. Call that some Spanglish. A little awkward cueing there. But Geoff James is not going to get the open shot. Ryan McCrum with his terrible jokes, but I love it. He says he was working this morning. Unfortunately, it's part of the job. Pete Fortuna says Geoff James shoots strong. Dennis Leonardo says everyone likes a comeback. So I guess the stream seems like they're rooting for Geoff James at this point. All right, Geoff James coming with some heat right there. Doesn't look like he's left any of this ball available. Maybe a Massey. There's a chance he's got a little tiny slice. Yeah, it looks like he's going with the Massey. Oh, wow. Totally misjudged that call. Nice shot, Danny. Coming with another strong kick. Not even going to say he got fortunate because that was a good shot. I'm not even going to say that Danny got fortunate with the result there. And yeah, Geoff James was playing that 5 on the side. I bet you he was playing that. Again, if you're in the area of Providence, Rhode Island, come on down to Snookers. Join us, eat some food, drink some drinks, meet some friends. And in just a little while, maybe you can get on a table and shoot some balls. I mean, we're rocking every table in here right now. There's great matches all around the room. So right now you can come down and just, like I said, eat something, hang out, enjoy the show. Jeff Romanowski, how you doing? Everybody's pretty much left, to be honest, Jeff. I mean, all of the quote-unquote favorites in the event are still in. They're not eliminated yet. A couple of top competitors on the list. I mean, obviously we have we went through the list a little bit, but last year's runner-up was Alex Bausch. I think he's definitely one of the favorites, Alex Bausch. We got Mr. Jeremy Sosi. He's a past champion, past Ocean State champion, super strong player. We have Sean Wilkie, Sean Get Some Wilkie in the room, coming all the way from down south. I want to say he's maybe Maryland. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. We got Kevin Guimond. Got Frankie Hernandez. You got Dave Hall, the Eagle, coming out of Maine. Trying to think who else we got there. Obviously, Mr. Snookers, Ray Mack. Ray Mack's in the field. He's out there crushing people's dreams. And you also got, we got Kerry McAuliffe, another strong shooter. He's actually been on a tear lately, Kerry. I want to say like 4 out of the last 6 tournaments we've had here at Snookers, the Wednesday night action, and those are tough fields. I mean, like, you got players like Lucas Fracasso Werner coming over and playing. I mean, it's not a weak field. 30, 40 players right in that zone all the time. He won like 4 out of the last 6 that he played. And it was almost like consecutive. It was kind of getting like sickening, like, dude, you're going to win it again. So he's super comfortable in this room specifically. He's been really tearing it up. You got some Canadian firepower. You got Nick Charette, Canadian player, super strong. Vincent Boravage, he's in the room. You got some New York Heat. You got Mike Salerno. Trying to think of who else. I already mentioned Frankie Hernandez is in the tournament. Steve Edmiston, yep, sneaky Steve Edmiston. He is in the field, absolutely. I mean, my mind is not functioning at full capacity just because I had an extreme lack of sleep. But, yeah, there's a ton of talent, ton of quality players here. I mean, the guy we just saw a short time ago, Ron Cosenzio, definitely capable of winning this one. So many good players. Steve Mack, he's the challenging Liscotti Cup captain. Steve Mack, he's in. He's not afraid to get out there and fire. I mean, he's a super strong player. He won the Connecticut Valley Open. That's how he earned that seat as the challenging captain. That's going to come up early next year. I want to say it's just before Expo time. Right before the Super Billiards Expo is usually when we do the Connecticut Valley Open. I'm on site for that one also over at Rax Vernon, Connecticut. Shout out again, Pete Brown. Yeah, see, I see you guys. Oh, wow. Yeah, Tim, you're absolutely right. Thank you for reminding me again. My brain's not functioning super strong right now, but Dylan Spohr and Thomas Haas, both super capable of getting the job done. Thomas came up with Dad from Pennsylvania. And, I mean, even Scott Haas is also a super strong player. He could totally get it done, too. Scott Haas. Thomas Haas, absolutely. Pete Fortuna asking about Wilkie, if he's still on the A side. I believe he is, but I don't have the bracket. I don't have the bracket in front of me. Again, if you go to my personal Facebook page, just Mike DeMarco on Facebook, the original draw is up there. I shared it. Dave McConnell, one of the players in the event, he posted the brackets for us, and I shared that, but I'll send an update later on. All right. Dylan Spoor also coming from Pennsylvania. Awesome. Glad to see you boys making the trek up. Yeah, I want to say we have a really, really nice quality field this weekend. And I mean, that's always what we're looking for, to be honest. Really just looking for the quality field and see who's going to get it done. Ben Savoy, my man. Yeah, ditto, my man. I miss you too, bro. We're going to get up pretty soon. Hopefully you can make the Forest City Billiards event. That's at the end of the month. That's definitely one that you should try to make something happen there. I know you're living the family life. But if you can't make it work, that's definitely one you got to make some room for. I think that's a little closer to you also. Danny not giving his best effort on that one right there. Kind of went a little quick. Jeff Romanowski, yeah. Bluefelt does look great on the stream. Yeah, Ben Savoy, glad to hear, brother. I'm going to see you up there 100%, bro. As soon as Jeff James completes this run here, as I anticipate he will finish this rack out, I'm going to put up that information for that event another time. I'm telling you, you're going to get sick of me hearing about it. Just go freaking sign up, will you? And I'll stop talking about it once it's full. Right there. Going to wait for him to fire this 9-ball in. That's poor form on my part. Right there. Forest City Billiards, first annual State of Maine Open 9-ball. $3K added. You look at those hefty payouts right there. That event is going to fill. It's going to fill up. It's going to fill up. What are you waiting for? Contact Greg Lamb. Or you can contact me, Mike DeMarco, on Facebook. Send it to Ship to Cash. Or you can send it just to Mike DeMarco. Doesn't matter. Reach out. You got my cell phone number. Shoot me a text. You do not want to miss that one. Again, that's the first annual State of Maine Open 9-ball. Again, historically, the Maine state events have been just open to Maine residents, and they've opened the floodgates and allowed the world to come in and compete. And you know what? I know a lot of folks are really excited about that. Ben Savoy, thank you very much for your donation. I really appreciate that. Guys, again, if you are able to donate, it is appreciated beyond the words I can put together right now. It really is appreciated. There's so much to it, and it really does help quite a bit. And I will give away some cool stuff this coming Tuesday. I'll throw on the live stream again, and we'll do some drawings. And yeah, the more you give, the more drawings I'll put in there for you. I'll put your name in there more times. And we'll do that Tuesday night. This coming Tuesday night. And that is the 12th, Tuesday the 12th. I mean, all these things are sneaking right up. I mean, we're almost at the Forest City event. I mean, that feels like it's like next weekend. I mean, it's still a couple of weeks away, but believe me when I tell you, you want to start making your plans like yesterday. Ben Savoy asking about the main event, Magic Rack or Triangle. I believe it's just Triangle Rack. It's rack your own. It's rack your own. No 9 on the break. Texas Express. 9 on the winner, 7 on the B side. Jump cues allowed. Let's play some real pool, boys and girls. Jim Prather in the chat, he says, I like Peter Bowman to win this one. That's also another name here. I mean, you guys got to excuse me just a little bit. Jeff DeRosa, what's up, my man? Jared Boyd, how you doing, sir? Yeah, I'm sorry that you weren't able to make it. I know you wanted to come. I talked to you last time I was up at Forest City a couple weeks ago, and I knew you were planning on coming down, so I'm sorry for whatever happened that prevented you from making it up here, but I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you in a couple of weeks, so you're going to get to see me twice in Portland. And we're bringing some heat. And make sure, if you are going to be at that event and you want to get in some action on Friday, you're going to be there Friday, you got to let me know, because there's a lot of players looking for action. And I mean, at literally all skill levels. And we might get a really special treat. There's a very particular player that I'm going to leave unnamed. But I'm not going to know until the 18th. If they're going to be up there. But if that's the case, let me tell you, that's going to be a special experience. Eddie Gomez, how you doing, bro? Nice to hear from you. Ben Savoy, Snookers is blue, and we actually planned to do that last year, and this was not just because we couldn't get green. No, we could have gotten green, but we planned to get blue last year, and we ended up going with green again because we couldn't get blue. We couldn't get the blue last year. It wasn't available. So we gave them a year heads up. Hey, get us the blue now. Have it ready for next year, and they did. So, yeah, the feedback is overwhelming. Snookers is blue. It's going to stay. Everybody loves it. It brightens up the room. Brightens up the tables. So, yeah, blue is here to stay. S.F. Bannon asking about Greg McAndrews. Yes, he is. G-Mac is in the building. New York. Yeah, G-Mac's in the building. Yeah, it was nice to see him. I know he's been tied up with stuff, and it was really nice to see that he could make it out. Meanwhile, Danny Pavao sitting on the hill. He needs one game to continue. Jeff James has a small mountain to climb. 4 games in a row. He needs 4 straight. Oh, I'm sorry. You were asking if he's in this room? Like, actually in the room that we're looking at here? I'm not sure, but I'll give you a quick look. See the whole room right there. And I'll take a peek through the window, try to get a better vantage point. I don't think he's playing in this room right now. Let me see. Really trying to give you some thorough coverage here. I don't see him. Nope, he's not there. Nope. Yeah, so this event is going to conclude tomorrow. And we're also going to have the second chance event. It's got a $500 added second chance event tomorrow, which is really nice. That's for amateurs only. And that's up to Mike Zuglin to tell you if you're an amateur or not. And if he's not in the tournament still, I like Steve Mack to win that because he always does. Dave Morganelli, no. I don't believe that they allow non-main event players to play in that second chance. I can ask if they'll allow that, and I will get the word out like ASAP. It would be an increased buy-in. Probably be like $35 or something like that. I'm sure the money doesn't matter, but it would be something like that. But if that's a possibility, I will totally scream that from the rooftop so you guys can come down and support. But yeah, there is a second chance. I don't think it's open to non-main event players. That's usually the case, but if I get the go-ahead on that, you got it. And I suspect we're going to sell more of the Joss Q tickets tomorrow because it's like you're going to learn right away if you want or not. But if you do want to purchase any of the Joss Q raffles, you have to let me know ASAP, and I'll allow you to do that electronically. You don't have to be present to win. You got it, Dave. Yeah, you don't have to be present to win. And that Joss Q, $1,500 custom engraved Joss Q, and they draw the winner right before the finals begins tomorrow. Tickets are $20, and there is a limited number of tickets. So once the tickets are sold, they're sold. That's it. Done deal. Geoff James trying to mount this comeback. He's got to come with a reasonable 9-ball here. Let's go. Come on, Geoff. Nailed it. Nailed it. Trusting that talent of his in the back arm. You can never really judge a player by a score line or a result of a match or even of a tournament, whatever. We know that Geoff James is a talented player, and he's trying to mount this comeback. 6-4 now. It's pretty decent. He's got to win 3 more in a row, but Danny Pavo's standing in his way, and Danny came out of the gate just firing like a madman, making everything. And look at this break, and he's hooked. Not a lot of places to push to. I think he'd have to actually kick, to play the push out. He's going to come behind the 3-ball and go up table. You can't leave the cue ball down table opening the 1-ball. Yeah, he's got to go up table there. Nice speed there. I suspect either a bank shot or a safety here from Geoff James. I feel like he's kind of imagining the path of that cue ball and where he wants to leave Danny. He could be firing the bank. We don't know yet. He did play the bank shot. Kind of felt like he was almost in between ideas there, and he kind of played half safe, half shot. But it kind of worked out. Danny can make this rail first. And you see that reaction right there, the way that the ball reacted with the 1-ball and the rail there. That's really just showing you how new the cloth is. It kind of opened up extra, hit that ball a little bit thinner than Danny was hoping for. And also right there, you could see that where it kind of rubs the rail on its way in. It doesn't have to be super clean. The balls are being accepted into the tighter pockets. You hit him with the proper speed. Geoff James kind of balancing, getting into a rhythm with not doing anything too hasty. Yeah, you can really see him starting to put it together right now. But is it too little, too late? That is the question. And he's given Danny an opportunity to shoot the 4-9 for the win and to eliminate Geoff James from this event. Is he going to do it? Can he get it done? Dave Morganelli, you get 1 ticket for $20. You get 1. They're $20 each. Well, my advice, send over $40. You'll be in the drawing for the stuff I'm giving away, and you get yourself a Josh Q raffle ticket. And now you got 2 rolls at something. You get access to all of what we have to offer. And again, if you're going to do that, you just give me a heads up. Let me know what you're sending and what it's for, and I'll take care of that. And Geoff James picking up the pace here. Can he hold it together and get to 5? There's 3 balls standing in his way. You can tell he's starting to feel the equipment. He's getting that feel we've been talking about since the start of the event, really. And you got to get your compass to find that true north and be able to, use your talents and all of the shots that you have in your arsenal. James looking to get to 5 here. He does it. 6-5 now to Geoff James. He's climbing. He's climbing. Again, don't forget, Ultimate Pool is in the Northeast now. Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Connecticut, New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine. We've got Ultimate Pool now. If you're a pool enthusiast in your area, you want to get it into one of your rooms. If you're a room owner, whatever, you want this in your room, reach out. That's the 30-minute game clock, 30-second shot clock format, fast-paced action, and their grand finals, $100,000 for your team. Are you kidding me? You don't want to play in that? Fine. Stay home. It's fine. 100K. 100K. To play 8-ball? Yeah, I'll take a swing. Nick Pavao, how you doing, brother? Alex Bausch is still rocking. He's still rocking. He's in. He's definitely one of the top seeds. He's definitely one of the top seeds. And I feel like if anybody deserves it, like Alex deserves it as much as anybody, to be honest. I mean, he was runner-up last year. Every single year that kid competes in any type of pool event, he just gets better, stronger, more experienced, and I mean, like, it's just clear as day that the kid's deserving. Super, super talented. We're talking about Alex Bausch. Got a couple of messages coming through, and I'm trying to respond as I can. Guys, if you are listening, yeah, I mean, like, the Josh Q raffle is separate from the things that I'm giving away. The Josh Q raffle, it's $20 per ticket. And again, you have to give me a heads up there. Oh, Geoff James makes it 66. Are you kidding me? Boys and girls, I want to see your predictions right now. And I'm also going to take a quick minute and step out. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to see if we can get some of the guys that you're requesting there, a Thomas Haas or a Dylan Spoor matchup on this table next. So I'm going to be right back with you. You guys sweat this double hill rack. I want to make sure that we can snatch one of those games there. Stand by. All right, folks, I'm back with you. All right, so I know what we're getting next. We're getting some Canadian fire. Mike is pulling from the B side, and our next match is going to be Don Polo and Vincent Boravage. So that's going to be our next one. Right now we got Danny Pavao and Geoff James. Guys, if you are sending me messages and whatnot, my phone kind of blew up a bit, so after this match I will get back to you guys. Sorry about that. I just don't want to be tentative here, or attentive rather. All right, Danny Pavao, 3 balls away. Decent shape here. Doesn't have to get too fancy. Just got to keep it together. And he kind of rushed that. Danny's really going to be frustrated at that right there. But now Geoff James, after mounting this monster comeback. Tim Spohr, yeah. So, again, we're pulling from the B side. And when the A side matches, the winner side matches are coming, we are going to get either Thomas or Dylan. We're going to get that to happen. Boys and girls, is this going to happen right now? Is Geoff James going to take this? Wow. All right, unfortunate ending for Danny Pavao. Geoff James, unbelievable comeback. All right, folks, I'm going to be right back.